The Undefeated Sports Talk Show,
where we have a lot of excitement.
I'm Tyler Harris. Alongside me is Leon Hurst, Jarvis Redmire, Mario Clark.
Hi guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Let's get that energy,
See,
baby.
as you can tell, we energized, they energized. Everybody's ready to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Ooh,
Guys,
ooh.
They're on a 10-game winning streak.
There he goes.
See how serious I turned? The Cavs are on a 10-game winning streak, and they are looking very good, and they still do not have Isaiah Thomas.
You know what?
Are they the favorites in the Eastern Conference again?
Yes, LeBron's playing his best career season ever.
I would say yes and no, because the only reason why Kevin Love has stepped up a lot, but you don't know with Kevin Love. These 10 games, Kevin Love's been amazing, but the next 10 games, Kevin Love could be back to averaging to about 15 points a game, and LeBron could just go back down to, well, LeBron's just LeBron, but still.
I was about to
never
say,
mind.
if you're LeBron James, you're averaging 28 points per game, 8.5 assists, and 8.1 rebounds a game. How are you not the favorite of the Eastern Conference?
Well, let me ask you
But
this.
Kyrie Irving.
If he went to any team in the Eastern Conference,
In Western?
no, in the Eastern
Eastern,
Conference
yeah.
where he's at,
Mhm.
do you think that they would win that area?
Yeah.
They're actually
So
saying...
whatever team.
Yeah.
Whatever team.
They did
He
that.
could go to the Knicks. He could go to the...
If he had Knicks, him and Porzingis would tear it up.
He could go anywhere.
They're-
Bucks,
they're-
they'd be number one team.
Oh,
There's actually,
Bucks.
I heard like talk that they're saying like, I heard talk that the 76ers want LeBron.
Yeah,
to
yes.
come in.
76ers want
70s
LeBron.
Could you imagine that? Ben Simmons, LeBron, Joel
Embiid,
Embiid?
Markelle Fultz.
Oh man, game over for real. Man, just write it up. They're winning every championship.
Yeah, he's gone
That would
from
be good.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
I
that
think,
would-
I think a few
but-
years ago they tried they had like LeBron James on like NBA 2K, you know,
Yeah.
15 and stuff, and
Yeah.
they actually simulating him on each team in the East.
Yeah,
to
he
see if
wins
they-
it all.
Yeah, yeah.
He always makes it to the
was-
championship.
Yeah,
I remember what
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He made.
He makes it to the championship
He
no
makes
matter
it to
what.
the championship no matter what. The only team he couldn't help was the 76ers. So,
At the
I mean,
time,
at the time. But now,
Now.
the 76ers are pretty.
Could you imagine what he could do with Antetokounmpo?
Oh my
Those
God.
two?
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
It's-
my
God,
Lord.
it's just plain and simple. This is not the Western Conference. He does not have to run into the Rockets, not the Spurs,
No.
not the Warriors.
No.
All you have to run up against is the Celtics. Yes, they can play team defense, but who's guarding LeBron?
You're right, but I still think the Celtics are the team to beat. in the
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
What?
East. Listen, because check this out, the Cavs. I'm serious.
Beat the Celtics.
The Cavs have been in this
I'm not
struggle.
listening.
They have to come back from behind from a lot of these games. Look at that New York game. They were down by 23, and then
And who brought him back?
Well,
The King.
I know the King.
But
did,
after a while,
but,
that gets tiring.
But yeah,
Constantly have to bring your
He
team
don't
back.
look like he's tired. He's about to turn.
But you know how
34.
LeBron's having his best season ever. So is Kyrie Irving.
I agree.
That's
The Cavaliers are
fine, but
streaking.
who's
They're
better,
looking
Kyrie or
good.
LeBron?
They're looking
Okay, two
good,
different
but
positions.
I gotta see more, especially
Exactly.
from the point guard position. I gotta see more.
Because they don't got a point guard right now.
I know exactly.
But
That's
guess
why-
what? He's coming.
Yeah. 'Cause
December,
Derrick Rose-
middle of December,
Yeah.
he's back.
Yeah, because Derrick Rose. is like,
I've
I'm
gotten
done.
the word.
I'm done with football. I can't
Yeah.
do football.
The
Yeah.
combination
Basketball,
of the combination of LeBron, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Love, and now Dwayne Wade. Have you
Yeah,
noticed Dwayne
Dwayne.
Wade lately?
He has 13.
I picked
he's
him
averaging
up on one of
13.
my fantasy teams.
Yeah.
That
Last 10
dude's
games,
cold.
yeah.
Dude,
In the last
wait.
10 games, he's been averaging at least about 13.
Dwayne.
Yeah, he's been over that.
And we all know what Dwayne and LeBron look like back in Miami. I'm telling guys, so just the combination with them, and they're actually real quick. Do you guys remember when he posted that Arthur meme and said mood?
Yeah.
Ever since that, he's 11-1. Their only loss is the Houston Rockets. That's not a bad loss.
That's not
They're 10 straight. 10 straight.
impressive.
But Celtics keep 1-2.
But yeah.
19-4. Beat the 76ers also.
That's
Beat the
right.
76ers 108.
But are you going to say that about the
97.
Pistons?
I'm just saying.
Exactly. The
I'm just
Pistons are
saying.
ranked second right now in the East.
I'm just
You ain't
saying.
going to say that about the Pistons.
I'm just saying.
Because
just wait
that's
until,
that's a fluke though.
just wait until
It's
Cleveland
not-
get their
it's
point
clearly not
guard.
Cleveland, it's
Just
still out there.
wait until Cleveland get their point guard, then we'll talk. But I right now.
That's
the top is
yeah.
now.
Beware when he comes
they're
back
only gonna
because
get better
that's
with
what
him.
they're waiting for. They want
Well,
him
watch-
at. They want him at 100%.
Now if you get
And when they
yeah.
do, oh
No,
my
I just-
lord!
I
Isaiah,
think-
if Isaiah gels, yeah,
I
I'm
just
ready to
think
put
the-
Cleveland there. But
Yeah.
right now, not.
I
yet.
think the Cleveland Cavaliers have the best 15-man roster.
Wow.
How do you not? Name a guy that is not average on that 15
Jeff
man.
Green.
Jeff Green is average.
Jeff Green.
Jose
is out-
Calderon is average.
Oh, yeah,
a little bit low. He's probably at the
Cedi
line. He's at
Osman is their number 15 guy. Yeah, he's.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Because you guys don't do your research. Y'all don't look at basketball. Cedi Osman played at the Kings before. He was not absolutely horrible.
All right, but
He
just
averaged about
his
5
name
points a
sounds
game.
funny, so it makes him sound
Yo,
average.
Shumpert needs 6 to 8 weeks.
Shumpert, yeah, he's the only player that's
Shut
not
up.
average.
Do you?
No, I know that. I know that. But guess what? They're trying to trade Shumpert and Tristan Thompson for Boogie Cousins. And then what if they get Boogie? Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yo,
if they get Cousins.
That's not gonna happen.
They're saying Tristan Thompson, Iman Shumpert for Boogie Cousins or DeAndre Jordan.
Oh,
That's
my
what they're
Lord.
trying to do. They're
And
trying to
this
shop
is
for
who
them.
they don't
If
want to
they
get.
do get him, I'm
They
like,
do
That's what I'm
not
saying.
want to get Cousins.
oh,
Because
DeMarcus
that
is
dude's
cold.
he's
an
always
animal.
scoring high.
If
Yeah.
anybody
I
out there
grab him
watching
every
this,
year.
if you
Boogie's
don't
good.
believe me,
Yeah, I
I'm
grab
telling you
him
it's the
every year.
truth. Go look it up on Google. All you gotta do is who are the Cavs trying to shop for Tristan Thompson, Iman Shumpert. I tell you what, I'm right because I do all my dang research. I know what I'm talking about.
But anyway, back to topic. Back to topic. I still think.
Oh,
I still think the Celtics are at the top of the East. Well, I mean, they're obviously at the top of the East. I'm getting a brown eye. But I think the Celtics are at the top of the
It's
East.
a relaxed laugh.
One.
We got a dog.
Go.
Got a dog. See, we in the apartment. That's why we need your subscribers. More subscribers.
The better.
Better studio. Go ahead, Mario.
But I think Celtics are still at the top of the East. I don't think right now I don't think a 10-game streak poses a threat to the
Really?
Celtics.
A 10-game streak does not pose a threat to the
Okay,
Celtics.
No,
A
okay.
10-game streak with a guy named LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
Let me say something right now.
A guy-
Right now, Tyler, this is what I say right now. Right now, I do put the Celtics on top, okay?
Yeah.
But let me
Y'all
tell
just
you
missing our
something. Now, wait a
record.
minute. Wait a minute.
Pistons are second
Wait.
in the East, too.
That's what I'm
But see,
saying.
we're not done. We're not done. This is what I'm saying. When you bring back Isaiah, this is what they're doing.
Mhm.
I've listened to the whole thing. I've read about him on the ESPN thing. I'm waiting to pick him up on a couple of my teams because someone dropped him. I'm like, I'm going to snag him as soon as
Yeah,
he's ready
snag him.
because this guy,
Yeah.
averaging at 28 points a game,
Yeah.
when he comes back, they want him at 100%. I know LeBron does. LeBron says, you know what? Take your time because I'm going to handle it from here.
But and also
then-
over the course of those 10 games, who's the best team they've played? Who's the best team they played? No one. They haven't played any.
Ooh.
Milwaukee over the Milwaukee 1 in 9 out of the teams they were the best team. Go ahead. You got the
Oh,
Mavericks.
man,
You got the
I
Knicks.
got you on this.
You got the Mavericks. You got the Knicks. You got the
You beat the Heat, who ended the Celtics run.
All right.
That's
you
a
got the
solid win.
maybe.
Pistons, they're ranked second in the Eastern
And
Conference.
then you got the Grizzlies in there who are on a 9-game losing streak now.
I would still say I'm still going to go right
Nothing
now.
big, but that's same with
For
Celtics.
now,
though.
it is
Celtics
exciting
lose
because
until
they've
they
got
play.
the biggest
Until they
run.
play
You
Miami.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
lost.
They've got a 19.
And they've been doing it
record.
consistently.
They are
Right
right
now,
now known as the best. But the thing is, way LeBron's going, and once Isaiah comes back,
But
it's over.
But
Guy-
it's over.
If you're Cleveland, you got to really be encouraged by the play
Oh,
of Dwayne
yeah.
Wade. He's shooting 45%.
And Dwayne, too.
Yeah, he's shooting 45% during this streak.
Hi.
Uh,
I've got a fan off to the side waving.
You see, folks,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just
Guys,
chill, you know? We're
yeah,
just
that's what
chill.
I'm saying. We chilling. It's,
Yeah.
it's you know, like I
Chill,
said, we in an
chill.
apartment, so we got a dog. You know, more subscribers we get, the better studio we get, and then you guys won't see that dog. You guys won't see his Texas flag. You guys will see better things behind us. You guys will see a theme song coming up before we do each video. We just need your guys' help. Let us know how you.
I mean, I guess he just wants to be a part of the show. Max, what's your take? All right, he doesn't got a take.
He got to clear Cavaliers.
Oh, man. Get out of here.
But,
Well, you see he's laughing.
guys, but-
He's like, that's a joke, man. Don't put that on my mouth.
We just
Nah,
having
nah,
fun.
because we gotta get ready to move on,
Lay
though,
down.
guys. But
Lay down.
honestly, to me,
We'll
real
go out
quick,
later.
Cavs are the team. Cavs are the favorite in the East again.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like I said, 10-game win streak against arguably maybe
Yeah.
2 teams doesn't really mean anything to me. Like,
Yeah.
there's honestly, second half of the season they did a 10-game win streak, then I'd be a little worried, but it's not the second half of the season yet. So I say it's a little early for that 10-game win streak. So I still say the Celtics top the East. Got it. All right, guys. Another news.
You guys will be the host sometimes too. Go ahead.
All right, guys,
Coaching
moving on.
carousel.
All right, guys, moving on. We're going on to coaching carousel now. We got some surprising news. we got some surprising news. Jimbo Fisher decided to take the head coaching job at Texas A&M now. Anyway, we're really relaxing this lounge. All right.
Oh, we're making you guys laugh because I'm laughing.
Now, I have also heard since Jimbo Fisher is signing on, he's resigned from Florida State, going to Texas A&M. I've also heard word that possibly it could be a flip-flop of coaches. Could this be true? We don't know.
And this is happening all around the country. Obviously, last week, or actually during this week, we actually had Mississippi State hire Joe Moorhead, the Penn State offensive coordinator. I didn't see that coming. I don't think any of us saw it.
I was like, who is that guy?
Yeah. Last week we had Chip Kelly take the job at UCLA. Florida took Dan Mullen last week. Excuse me. Then out of those three teams, who got the best hire out of those three guys?
Texas A&M, obviously.
No, like,
Oh.
okay, well, disregard Texas A&M because he's not officially hired yet. We're going to go on to the guys who could be officially. You got to stop laughing, man. You got to go on the guys who have officially been hired. Those three, Chip Kelly, Dan Mullen, Joe Moorhead. Who got the best hire out of those teams? UCLA, Florida, Mississippi State.
Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say Florida definitely got the best.
Florida's back.
But you know what? You know what though?
Excuse me.
We gotta ask ourselves: do we really know that? We don't.
Yeah.
Dan Mullen is a very good coach, but who's to say that that this guy Moorhead isn't really good?
Yeah, because I mean
We don't know yet.
We don't know. I mean,
Wait,
he's
you-
unproven.
But right now, as a coaching wise, yes, it is Dan Mullen because he's been head coach.
Wait, he was who's the head coach? Or it was the head coach of Penn State or offensive coordinator.
Joe Moore? Joe Moore.
Oh well, I guess if you think about the offensive coordinator for Penn State is actually pretty good because Penn State.
Look at it. He's telling Mario what he thinks. He's like, come on, man, Joe Moorhead. Joe Moorhead's oh, man. Y'all gotta be crying. Y'all gotta be crying. All right.
Oh, man.
Obviously, Dan Mullen is the best head coach, guys. He had a winning record
Yep.
at Mississippi State. He gets fired from there, and he can bring in you a good quarterback. He had Dak Prescott. He had a Nick Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Obviously, he can bring Florida a good quarterback. He's been at Florida before. He
Yeah.
knows how to run that system. Chip Kelly, he's first time at UCLA. Obviously, I think Chip Kelly's going to do fine because he's a good college football coach.
he is,
trying to
he is.
get him
But-
to go, get over there.
But if you're missing if you're Mississippi State,
Yeah.
that's really not a big time hire, honestly. I don't think Mississippi State goes anywhere. They turned out like a Missouri in the SEC.
I feel like the best head coach is
Yeah.
oh man, I can't think of his name.
Max,
The offensive coordinator for Penn State. I feel like he's the
Max.
best hire, honestly. What team did he go to again?
Who?
Offensive coordinator for Penn State.
Mississippi State.
I feel like that's a good hire.
Yeah.
Like those were because Penn State did. I know it's SEC, but Penn State was honestly putting up crazy big numbers against every team they faced.
That's what I was saying,
except
Mario.
Ohio State.
Because you don't know yet who's the best coach out of the three. Now, who's coached, who is at the time being, is Dan Mullen.
Wow.
Yeah. But as a coach come next year, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. So I mean, I agree with you, Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went back to Florida. He's pretty much finishing what he started.
Other coaching hires that could happen. Scott Frost is actually expected to be hired by Nebraska this weekend after his championship games.
Nebraska's back, right?
Oh no, Kevin
He's in all
Sumlin.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Kevin Sumlin is actually meeting with Tennessee, see if he can get that job. As we know, Philip Fulmer is
that's
now
right.
the AD. But Les Miles is also being looked at for that job as well. So Les Miles, Kevin Sumlin.
He's interested in it.
Who do you take if you're Tennessee? Herm Edwards is probably going to get the. Herm Edwards is an ESPN analyst.
He hasn't
Imagine
had a job
if he-
since like
yeah,
2000.
imagine if he
Coming
takes a
out of
job at-
retirement.
Imagine if he takes a job at Arizona State. Imagine all those players are going to be looking up to him because he's a big time guy.
Yeah.
And then Jimbo
there will be one smart word said back to him.
Jimbo Fisher's expected. Jimbo Fisher's going to get the Texas A&M job, and Florida
This is-
State.
Yeah, it
don't
just
know who they're
amazes
going
me
to grab.
though. It just amazes me a lot of these names, coming out. I'm just waiting to hear if Jimmy Johnson wants to.
No, I know.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
Jimmy Johnson coming out of retirement.
Next thing you
Johnson's
know,
not talking about
next thing you know, you're gonna get a call. Tennessee's gonna get a call. Peyton Manning's gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Gonna
Oh,
take the
man.
head coaching job.
Hey.
Oh man, that'd be
something
so
like
I
that.
good.
thought of like Peyton Manning possibly
That could
taking
very
him.
well be a
But
possibility.
Out of all these hires, who, well, Texas A&M obviously gets the best hire.
Okay, I was gonna
Jimbo
say
Fisher.
Texas A&M got the best.
But who would get the best deal out of all of it? But you gotta realize Texas A&M, because Jimbo Fisher's a top 5 coach in college football.
Yeah, he is.
So
Right
out
here,
of-
ladies
outside
and
of
gentlemen,
him, who
we'll
gets
get the best
hire?
deal. The
I
Hogs.
have.
I don't think
Besides,
Gus
Arkansas's
Malzahn's going.
coaching carousel's really not even been in the talk because Gus Malzahn or they get
Or
Memphis.
Norvell. Yes.
But so
Or
besides
Louisiana.
Arkansas, Texas A&M, does Arizona State get the best out of Herm Edwards? Should Tennessee really go after? Should Tennessee get someone? And is Scott Frost a good hire?
I'd like to see
Just
Les
make it
Miles
kind of an
go.
all-in-one answer.
Oh man.
I'd like to see Les Miles go to Tennessee. Because he's older and he's
Yeah.
more
Or
strict.
do any of these teams hire anybody
Someone's
that nobody
not
thinks
strict.
about?
Nebraska might pull a.
Yeah,
a
Nebraska
20
might pull a super
2015.
a curveball out of nowhere, but
Could be Les Miles.
I honestly feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
honestly Arizona State gets the best out of all of it because they're not in the toughest conference. They're not in the toughest conference, so it's not as hard to get better wins there. But I feel like the hardest one for whoever takes a Tennessee job because they're in the SEC, and then probably Scott Frost because Nebraska's a 4-8 team, so it's going to be very hard to turn them around because they're in the Power 5 conference. So I say Arizona State gets the best hire, then it'd probably go Tennessee, then Nebraska, or then Scott Frost, or I guess Nebraska.
Yeah.
Who wins out of this
Oh man.
would be Tennessee if they can get Kevin Sumlin, because they got rid of that
Yeah.
AD who made that horrible decision with
Mhm.
Greg Schiano. Got rid of him. Tennessee can get Kevin Sumlin. They're going to get the
They
best
win.
head coach out
They
there.
win. Yeah, I believe
Besides
so.
Jimbo,
I believe
obviously,
so. There are some concerns, like I was talking to you about, the last podcast about Scott Frost.
Mhm.
I'm concerned. I mean, I am. I'm concerned that can he get the recruits for his new offensive, offensive system. I mean, right now you look at this roster. He coming off Tanner Lee, who led the league in
Jack the Deep
interceptions. I mean,
I don't
you
think he'll be quarterback next year.
yeah.
If Scott comes,
He was a senior this year, so he's
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
not,
okay.
unless he redshirted his freshman year, but
Who,
he's probably
Tanner?
done. Yeah.
Tanner was a
No, he
junior.
was junior.
Oh, he was a
Junior.
junior college
Yeah.
champion.
Back
Yeah.
forward.
see, so I can't see him being quarterback next year, and then you're worried about his recruiting.
Yeah.
He's got ties.
Yeah,
He's got
he
ties
does.
from the West and Florida.
But can he get a quarterback?
Remember,
for us
he used to be a
like
scout.
next
Do
year?
you remember he used to be a scout?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so he knows how to
If there's
recruit.
if there's any other coach that takes any of these jobs, who would that other coach be?
Man, that's something. I don't.
North Star's coach.
Coach Fuller.
Craig Bowl. Craig Bowl.
Yeah,
coming back.
honestly, to be on the serious side, you said offset that Willie Taggart's planning on not leaving Oregon,
Yeah.
but I think he'd be the guy out of nowhere that he's going to take a big money deal because he's not a bad head coach.
Mhm.
I think he would be.
I would love to see him come here. If I had to choose
Willie
anybody, but
Taggart.
from what the word that I'm getting is that he's staying because they're going to pay him more.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you gotta watch out. Mike Leach is going to pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
It's probably
Oh,
not
you know where
Tennessee.
he's got an interview at?
Delaware State.
Monday. He's got an interview at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
do remember
who
reading
was
that.
you saying
Yep.
about the Florida State job? Who was you thinking that's going
Might
to
do-
Yeah,
just
at
do a
first
flip-flop.
it was Willie Taggart, but he's saying Willie Taggart's planning on not leaving, but you never know. But now, Florida, I also
I've
don't
heard
know-
of a flip flop too
With
with
Kevin
Florida
Sumlin?
State and
Yeah.
Kevin Sumlin. I've heard that.
I've heard that too, and
Mhm.
I've actually heard because Scott Frost is at UCF.
He's another one. Yep.
You know what?
Florida
Florida State,
could probably
who I
go,
think,
Charlie
uh,
Strong could probably go to Florida State.
I think who Florida State's going to go after? Jeff Brom, Purdue's head coach.
That would be really.
Purdue has not been in a bowl game for
Yeah.
forever.
yeah.
Since Drew
And he
Brees
got him to a bowl game.
2001.
And I tell you what he did with that Purdue defense was impressive. Just think
Yeah.
of the tools that you have with.
Let me ask you this, though.
With that defense.
Who is Charlie Strong's quarterback leaving this year?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Charlie
right there is
Strong
going to put him in a big predicament about leaving because you're losing one of your top QBs in the nation. Well,
Yeah.
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 I could see him end up leaving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was talking to Florida State too.
That's what I'm thinking because now that Jimbo's out of there, and Florida was Florida even looking at him? I don't think they were.
No, they weren't. But you never know what the situations that are popping up right now. So
wow,
it's horrible this year.
Yeah.
You got any last words? Because I was about to say build off that situation to move on to NBA, but if you got last words about coaching.
No, man. Hey, you know what? Let's go on and move on.
All right, because he was talking about situations you do not know. Well, you do not know about the Western Conference this year because this Western Conference is as close as it gets, guys. And right now we're going to be talking about the biggest threat to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Who poses the biggest threat? Is it the team with the best record, the Rockets? Is it the team without their superstar who has not come back yet, Kawhi Leonard? Is it the team who is asleep right now and does not know how to wake up on away games, the Oklahoma City Thunder? Or is it the team no one's talking about but yet still doing fairly well, the Timberwolves?
Timberwolves are impressive.
I told you guys they're gonna be fairly good this year.
I said that.
But do I think they'll be the ones in it? I'm gonna choose. Because this is what you just made me think about it. I'm gonna choose the Spurs. I do have one guy that's on there. I can't think of his name. That's on my ESPN fantasy team. He's a young kid and he's averaging very good, over 20
Jamal
points.
Murray? Or not Jamal Murray, DeJounte Murray?
No, this is a young kid and I can't think of his name. But anyway, I'm thinking that what he's doing, the Spurs are doing just fine without him. He's resting Kawhi, and that's what I think that he's doing. And he's going to bring him back.
Oh man, unleash him!
Yeah, I really do. I think the Spurs are going to be the contender. Next to them, I would say Houston.
I agree with you. Greg Popovich, he is like probably the best coach. In the league. And I'm gonna just say this. I mean, I think the Rockets and the Spurs do pose a threat, but I think the Spurs just because of the coaching.
Yes.
But James Harden's got to he's got to cut his turnovers in the playoffs for me to believe in him because he just disappears in the playoffs. Where is he? Yeah. So I mean, I'm like, until he starts coming and playing, let me know.
Until you're real, I'm gonna keep watching TV.
I mean, I'm saying, oh man, see,
honestly, to me, I have two teams in mind. I actually think the second one's gonna surprise you. The first one's obviously gonna be an obvious. I think Rockets pose the hardest threat. Honestly, because James Harden, best season in a while, almost 30 points a game. He's clicking on all cylinders. Actually, he's playing somewhat of defense this year. Chris Paul's back. And then Clint Capella, Trevor Ariza, Eric Gordon off the bench. Did
he do anything in the playoffs last year, though?
We're not talking about playoffs this year. We're not talking about playoffs last season. We're talking about right now.
I mean, but what about... Wait a minute. Yeah. What about when he was with the Thunder? Well, he disappeared.
Hey, we're talking about right now.
I'm talking about his history of disappearing in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, but now...
I don't think he realizes he doesn't got Chris Paul now to help him.
I would say he got Chris Paul now.
Man.
Clint Capella is amazing. Trevor Ariza is a big man that can score. Clint Capella and Trevor Ariza can probably contest against Draymond Green and probably Kevin Durant. And then I think my second team they're going to wake up second half of the season. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to kick it into gear. Billy Donovan is going to get pressured into being better, or he's going to get fired just like Dave Fizdale. But I think they're going to.
Wow, that was a bad firing.
Yeah, but I think they're going to. Thunder are going to kick it into gear because they have three superstars. There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Thunder is just not gelling right now. That bench too is terrible for the Thunder.
I'm going to run through the quick teams that are in the playoffs right now. Pelicans don't stand a chance. Those two big guys, they can't do it all. Blazers, they need help defensively. Timberwolves, they need another year. One more year, I'm telling you, Timberwolves are going to be dangerous, guys. I said that from the beginning of the season.
Anthony Towns looks good.
And
he looks really good.
The Nuggets, they're just young.
Yeah. And give them time. And Paul Millsap's out with a wrist injury, so
give them time, though.
Give them time, yeah.
But it's the Houston Rockets. They're number one team in the NBA right now, with only 4 losses. The combination of James Harden and Chris Paul, coming into the season, everybody's like, I don't know how that's going to work. Are these guys going to work well together? Guys, they have worked really well together. Harden's averaging 31 points a game, 9.8 assists per game. Chris Paul, 10 assists a game. Capella, 11 rebounds a game. It's a big three down in Houston. And then you have Eric Gordon. Don't play with him on 2K, by the way. Eric Gordon is awful, absolutely horrible on 2K. But Eric Gordon, real life, off the bench, he has 19 points coming off the bench. The combination of all these guys, including the bench, this is the team that can actually contend with the Golden State Warriors. They ride and die on threes. But if they can at least ride and die on threes for 4 games and make all those 3 for 4 games against the Golden State Warriors, they can beat the Golden State Warriors. I like San Antonio. And they're doing well without Kawhi Leonard still. But Kawhi Leonard does not help out San Antonio offensively. He helps them out defensively. And sure, he can slow down Kevin Durant. And that's what Paul George did with the Warriors. But
that's the only man that can slow down LeBron.
In a 7-game series, I like Warriors over San Antonio. And Popovich, he can coach. But still, 7-game series, guys. And in Thunder, you had Thunder as your second team. See,
okay, wait a minute.
Hold up! I'm going to give you your chance to speak. Give you your chance to speak. You said Thunder as your second team. I only have one team, and that's the Rockets. I just can't go with Thunder right this year. They just looked atrocious. Melo is the poison effect.
Horrible.
Melo has a poison to himself. He came to Thunder, and now Thunder are absolutely horrible.
We don't get it.
But my eyes turn to Billy Donovan. He is a college basketball coach. He needs to get out of Oklahoma City. He does not know how to coach 3 superstars in NBA. And when you're looking at trading your best overall player, Paul George, he's your best overall. He's better than Russell Westbrook if you talk overall standpoint because he can defend. He can defend over Kevin Durant. He can play offense. And if you're looking at trading him, that means it's time to get rid of Billy Donovan. Oklahoma City to me ends up being a 7th, 6th seed. At best,
well, right now
they struggle.
Right now they're sitting at 10th in the West.
Yeah, they're not even in the playoffs.
Well, have you noticed? Do you know why they're probably doing that? It's because if he's throwing in any argument with Russell Westbrook,
I'm sure he's not.
Because you know how he is.
Yeah,
Paul
they even set their support though of saying that. And the thing is, with the Thunder, all 3 of these guys are averaging over 20 points a game. It's just they're out of 11 road games, they have won 2.
Yeah.
And then they just can't finish in the 5 minutes of the last 5 minutes.
Exactly, and their bench.
It's a I thought it'd be good.
Yeah, but they're getting no production. So I mean,
I want go ahead.
Oh man, but the Warriors, no. I mean, I still think Steph Curry is a better point guard.
But Chris Paul can defend.
He can.
That's the thing.
But against Chef. I'm
gonna take Curry as a better point guard, but I'm saying Chris Paul can slow him down. But then, you're gonna have to worry about Clay because Clay can be Clay.
Yeah, Clay.
So your argument is that you think that the Warriors are better than the Rockets?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I don't think right now at this point in time. I think the Rockets are on a run. You know what I mean? Kind of like what the Celtics.
But we're talking about the regular season, and then when we get to the playoffs too.
Oh, you're talking playoffs.
No,
I think
wait.
Warriors.
You're talking playoffs. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly.
The only
but the regular season,
they finished strong.
I think Rockets Warriors face each other in the Western Conference Finals, and what it's going to come down to is who can defend Kevin Durant because there's going to be nobody on the Rockets to defend him.
They can't because he's way up here.
That's it. Can Ariza? Nope.
Ariza will be on Draymond.
Yeah.
You got Capella on Mario.
There's a lot of matchup problems.
I had to throw you out on that. You know we always do that.
And then we have Tyler Clark coming off the bench.
Oh, Tyler Curry.
Oh man, he's a Tyler Curry. So there's a lot of matchup problems.
There is.
Especially when you're talking about playoff.
But that's why I say with the Rockets, they shoot so many threes. If they can make a lot of those threes against the Warriors, I think they can win.
But I'm telling you this: when you get Leonard, Kawhi Leonard, when you get Kawhi Leonard matched up with Kevin Durant, he can slow him down.
He's the only one
that's the thing.
can.
Remember when the Rockets were hitting threes against the Spurs in their series last year? They beat the Spurs like 140 to 110. If Rockets could hit threes, they're very good.
And if you remember Game 1, actually, of the regular season of NBA, how the Rockets, if they come out strong like they did the second half of the game against the Warriors, if they play like that, the first all the way through the whole game, they can contest the Warriors through 7 games.
Sure. Absolutely.
But I feel like you said, they have to write it down on the threes because that's how they beat them in the first game of the season.
Exactly.
So Rockets, Spurs. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the audience knows. We want your opinions. Who is the biggest threat to the Warriors, and are the Cavs the best in the Eastern Conference now? Let us know. Yes. Subscribe to our page. Don't forget to hit that like button. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Do not turn off this channel. Coming at you on a Feed Sports Talk Show. NFL predictions next.